Second half of the season, we're doing a title charge.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are back live with another live stream, MUFC Unfiltered podcast. Listen, that was for entertainment purposes, man. We had to just get everyone feeling good, man, because, bro, we've been depressed. Little light humor. You know, everybody loves a little light humor. You know what I'm saying? But big up to everyone here. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We got man like Flawless and Double A in the building. What are you telling me, my brothers? What are you saying?
Good, 3-point collectors, bro. Everything's good, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Undefeated in 4. Life is good. Didn't think these days would ever come back.
No, he didn't, man. 3, you know what I'm saying? Almost the second week anniversary, you know, of Ten Hag being sacked. That's tomorrow. Beautiful. Yeah. And just see how much better we are for it. And Saeed, I know you over there dreaming of a Snow White Christmas. 4 points off top 4. Right. I see it. Title charge.
You see it, man.
I know exactly what you're thinking, Saeed. I already know, but big up for having me on, man. Appreciate it. Always good to see Double A as well.
Yeah, come on, man. Double A as well, man. You know what I mean? I didn't see you at the game today. First time in a while, man. You know what I mean? But you missed a 3-0 win, man. What's going on, bro?
Maybe I should stay away if that's what's happening when I'm not there.
Yeah, stay away. Don't come back.
I don't know what's going on. Or maybe you should just stay going in the box, living at our VIP and that.
Hey,
facts, man.
Hey, I mean,
box office Saeed, yeah? We see you, fam.
Saeed's been box office for a long time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's only right,
just
man.
Recognizing. Now they just recognize
the box office. You know what I'm there, bro. So it's only right, man. You know what I'm there, bro.
You have a good time there, though.
Tonight, look at that big jug of drink there, man. He's
drinking
time, man. You know what I mean, bro?
This is just this is Lucasade. That's all, man.
Hey, come on, man. Well, where do you get that bottle from? I need to get that bottle, man. Where's that from?
Nah, you know what? This is so you see the top of it. You can put food in the top of it. Yeah, this is fire.
The ones from like the baseball and you put on.
Yeah, I think it's from. I think it's B&M. I need to find out. I need to ask my sister got me. Yeah. My sister got me, so I need to ask her and see where she got it from. Yeah, I think it's B&M. Yeah, this is fire.
Crazy.
No, we here, man. Good vibes, good energy, man. And today, I was sat with Marcel, bro. Yeah. I was with Marcel in the box, and bro, he's actually a normal guy. He's actually a good, normal guy. He's a normal guy, man. Like, the agendas, I'm not with it, man. I seen Marcel cussing. I seen him, you know, asking for more, asking for setting the standards. So is this a gimmick? What am I seeing? Because I see Marcel a normal fan. You know,
I think he was acting up because you was there, bro. He was putting on a facade.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he was like, Saeed's here, better act up. Yeah, oh yeah, come on. Really, he's like, nah. I want to know back,
bro.
Really going on.
Bro, listen. All I'm saying to you guys is it is 4 points off top 4. We'll get into it. Ruud interim role ends unbeaten. Guardiola, you know what I mean? 4 losses in a row. I don't know about my manager. My interim was doing bits. My legend, you know what I mean? Unbeaten in 4. Can't complain. We're gonna chop it all up. Smash a like on everyone who's here. Nice, man. First half, 2-0. Bruno and Ahmad cooking. I can't lie to you. They were linking up quite well. And yeah, man. Flawless start with you, man. It's one of them kind of games where that should be like a normality, you know? Like winning 3-0 at home to Leicester should be a normality. So when people say to me, oh, why are you gassing it up? Or why, broski, we've been getting beat by these teams, innit? So it's actually good to see United say, you know what? You are Leicester, we're gonna beat you 3-0. You know me?
We've been in jail on prison food for 25 years. We get out and taste McDonald's. Of course we think it's gourmet. People are like, why are you hyping up the chicken nuggets and a chicken sandwich and a double Big Mac? I have been on prison slop for 25 years. Of course I am going to hype it up. I don't think people realize like how bad it was under him. And you see even what Ruud's done. Ruud ain't even changed too much. Just made the players, just brought more of a positive energy. Played Agate next to Casemiro in the midfield. All of a sudden, we kind of look stable in there. He's played a 6 as a 6. and he's played an 8 as an 8, and they're both competent at their roles, and all of a sudden our structure looks so much better. All of a sudden there's not a big hole in the midfield. And I agree. All of a sudden it's crazy that who would have thought that playing a 6 as a 6 and an 8 as an 8 would actually benefit, you know what I'm saying, the team from a defensive standpoint and an offensive standpoint. When you have an energetic 6 in Agate who can go around closing down, and then you have Casemiro who's good at going box to box. Who would have thought? Then all of a sudden defensively we look better. All of a sudden we look better going forward. Crazy work. Absolute crazy work. But yeah, in regards to the game, I agree with you. I stated that myself. It felt like a routine home win, and I can't remember the last time I've said that. I legit cannot remember the last time we've played someone at home and have gone routine home win, and I felt an air of, I was comfortable throughout the game. I never once thought at any moment we wasn't going to win that game. And we played at the right pace as well. The complete opposite to the PAOK game, where we were slow, we was pedestrian. We was moving the ball fast. It was moving the ball at pace. There was tempo, more so in the first half, and we got the goals because of that as well. There was some individual quality, but even the own goal, 4 or 5 players in the box. The cross into the box is good as well. Like, just good. Basics. And Eddie, who's in the chat, shout out to my guy Eddie, he made the point on the watch along. How bad was Ten Hag that he couldn't get the players doing this? Bear in mind, they weren't exceptional. I was saying, they just did the basics today. Ran around, closed down, moved the ball at a quick pace with intent. Happy players expressing themselves. Obviously, look at Diallo. Look at Diallo in these past couple of games. The difference in him.
Apparently, doesn't work hard enough, by the way. It doesn't work hard enough, by the way, apparently.
Ridiculous.
You know what I mean? That was one of the reasons why people were saying, oh, man, he might not be in the team because he don't work hard enough. Bro, outrageous. I seen a brother closing man down, winning tackles, actually get like, bro, like, are you man all right, bro?
People are only saying that because of the Sancho thing. If the Sancho thing never happened, no one ever mentions that.
I'm saying, bro.
Like, Ten Hag has a lot of blood on his hands at his stint in United, the 2 trophies aside. But I think the biggest crime he ever committed was not giving Amad Diallo time on the pitch. He's clearly, I'm going to say, he's our best player, mate. He and I'm not. The bar might be very low before people.
He's our best attacker by a country mile.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
He's our best attacker, and no one's even close. And that don't even mean he's the finished article. It goes to show how bad the rest of them are.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
We gonna talk about the rest of them, by the way. We gonna talk. You know, we're gonna get the positives out of the way first because we don't like to do negatives first. Yeah, we're gonna do positives first, and then at the end, you know what I mean, halfway through the show, we're gonna talk because I can't lie to you. We need to talk about certain individuals, yeah? You know what I mean? We need to talk about certain individuals, yeah? But for the majority of the part, we gonna talk about how Ruud, you know what? That was brilliant, by the way. The send-off was brilliant. Like, you know, I feel like for me, it was a kind of a, when I was in the stadium, it felt like a farewell for me. Like, he won't be here. Like, yo, what a way to end here. Because for me, it reminds me of the Carrick one, because the Carrick one, we actually see discipline in the team. Remember when we looked a bit like we looked good against Chelsea. We looked very good against Villarreal. Like, he brought a sense of discipline in the team back that wasn't there before. But for me, Ruud, he just let the players go out there and play, man. You know, no stress on the touch line, none of this, but pure in animation and emotion in terms of celebrating as well. You get me? And go let the players play, man. Go let the players play. So big up to Ruud, man. Big up to Ruud.
Absolutely, mate. For me, I tweeted it before, like, the most important thing in these 4 games before Amorim comes in, that we remain undefeated. We got 4. We was undefeated in all 4 games because that's what we needed to, as a springboard. We need to build some momentum. And like, some people are moaning that there wasn't a new manager bounce. The players. Do you know how low United have been in the last 18 months? We've been really bad, really bad, and expect it to turn around in 4 games is ridiculous. And I think I understand Leicester and it's not, you know, but even against Chelsea, we should have won that game. For me, I think we should have won. It was a bit of a slog on Thursday night, and today, first half looked absolutely brilliant. I think it was very cohesive in the attack. We looked threatening every time we went forward. Most this season, I think we looked the most threatening going forward. And, you know, Ahmad has a lot to do with that. And I think it was just so important for Ruud to have a send-off. And I think you're right, Saeed, in what you're saying, because at the start of this sort of interim period, it was, I want to stay, I want to stay, I want to stay. I just want to help the club. And then this week it was, I want to manage United at some point. So that means to me, like, he's changed that tact. And it's a bit of a 180 to the, you know, we probably are going to see the back of him. And I think I ain't mad at that. You know, Amorim coming in, fresh start, and we see exactly what he's going to bring. But today, for all the games I've seen under Ruud, I just wanted to enjoy him and United to get
simple,
get the win. That's literally all I cared about. And today, first half, I mean, it should have been 3-4-5. I think we should have really been, mad with that chance. Yeah, you know, I think. But I'm not mad at that. And for me, I'm very happy.
My bad. Can you not hear the fireworks in the back?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I don't
no stress. Yeah, see, they just go mad. Like, all right, my bad. That's why I can look. It's like, sorry, go on.
That's all, bro. So I'm not even looking at player performances, mate, because it's all just it's just a halfway house, isn't it? It's just that grey area now between the end of a horrible reign and hopefully the start of a brand new, fresh one. Taking to that next level. So this, for me, what can you gain from this? What players are you looking at to think, well, Amorim's got this. It all starts tomorrow, mate. That's when it's all going to kick off.
Well, it might not start tomorrow because apparently his visa's delayed.
Well,
you know what I mean? So
he can still work. Hey, the thing is, he can still work. You can still work.
He's got his work permit.
Nah, in regards to players' tactics. You know what I'm saying?
If you look at United the last couple of games, because I'm sure I've started to see the three at the back creep into United.
Yeah.
Bro, he's been on the blower to Ruud, and he said, "Listen, try this. If we're comfortable, try this, try that." 100%, he's already cracking on with stuff and feeding stuff through. But I'm just happy that we've gone undefeated and getting some wins and a draw against a good Chelsea. You know, they've drawn again tonight against Arsenal. So listen, it's not a bad result on the face of things, and we're not a million miles away from. I'm not saying we're going to get top 4, but we're not a million miles away from creeping up back up the table. So all in all, the Ruud reign has been successful for me. It's done its job, and now we look forward, man.
The first goal, man, nice first goal for Bruno Fernandes. I can't lie to you. But it all stemmed from Amad Diallo pursuing the actual initial, was it throwing? I think it was.
Throwing, yeah.
Then letting it go to Bruno Fernandes. And listen, Bruno Fernandes, that was a lovely strike. That's Bruno Fernandes of old, man. You know what I mean? In terms of the balls. Because you haven't seen him score that many goals like that, you know, for a long while, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
His first from open play this season as well, isn't it, I believe. And I think...
Yeah, first open play, but just in general, like, I haven't seen him score like that for a while. I can't lie to you.
Absolutely not, and I think we've missed that from him. You know, he's cut a frustrating figure for a long time, and that's fed through to the fan base with the criticisms of him and some of his performances. But I think it's just a nice goal to score in it, and he has that. He does have it in his locker. That's something he's done for years and years before we got him. He was doing that, and it's good. Hopefully, it's coming back, and he's getting in the right positions again. And listen. We know Bruno Fernandes is going to play for Manchester United. He's the captain. Whether you like him or not, he's going to play a lot of games. If he's adding goals and assists and all-round good play to his game, he becomes a very important player for Manchester United. And like you say, mate, like Ahmad is Ahmad. And this is why I'm so excited for him. And I'm so excited that he's potentially now going to be a manager that can realise his potential and actually give him the minutes on the pitch, because that's what he deserves. He's our best player. Why is he not playing every fucking week? How can you not see that? How can you not watch him and think no one else I've got in my team can do what he can do? And again, it just shines a bad light on and gives us further credence in us wanting to be rid of Ten Hag and the fact that we are so happy that it finally happened, because everything that's happening now is in spite of it.
Man. We are free again. Yo, people who back that all that time, outrageous. Because all Ruud has done is just come and lifted the mood. I bet the place, I've not been, but I bet Old Trafford in general is just more happy.
Very, 100%, bro.
You mentioned that, Saeed. I seen your tweet. The Carabao Cup game against Leicester. You would have thought it was a Champions League night.
Bro.
Leicester at home in the Carabao Cup, not a semi-final. Well, Sammy, Leicester City, early rounds, cold, midweek, Manchester, and the place was rocking. And people had the cheek to criticize people who were criticizing that. And you seen what that was today. And this is Ruud who's doing that. Don't get misunderstood. Happy for Ruud, agree. Did his job. What he was supposed to do during these 4 games, he did. Undefeated, won 3 out of the 4. Chelsea game, you can kind of complain of, but he's an interim. He's a substitute. Lifted the mood, got the results. And got us back to 0 goal. Left us on 0 goal difference.
Yeah, crazy.
Left us on 0 goal difference,
bro.
Left us on, and 4 points off top 4, like Saeed's put in the title. Big up to Alien Tenno as well. 4 points off top 4. What we 3 points off top 6. So it's not all doom and gloom. Actually won our first game in Europe in over a year. Was it first and 11?
That's what I'm
Ruud
saying.
helped
So
us win.
It might have happened under 10. No, it wouldn't have happened under 10.
Nah, we wouldn't be like this. We would have been miserable. It was 20, like I keep saying, man. It was 23-hour lockdown on basic.
With a lost 3 and drawn 1. That's what they would have
Yeah,
been.
Chelsea would have beat us. We probably would have drew the Europe. We probably would have drew the Europa League game.
Probably. People say no. It's only Leicester. Like, I don't think
teams have not packed us.
Them, man.
Bro, we were struggling against everyone, bro.
But they would have cooked us today. They would have cooked us today for not beating
Crystal Palace
Leicester.
are getting dumped by everyone, yeah, and we made them look decent. Like do you not understand how bad we are? How bad we were under
People don't.
Ten Hag.
People don't.
Like,
they really don't double A. They see the badge and they get confused and think that it's Manchester United of old. We drew to Crystal Palace, who I think have won 1 game all season long.
Exactly.
We drew to FC 20.
See what I mean, bro? See what I mean?
I don't think, and then United. What people need to remember is that we're not jumping off a cliff here. We're not saying, "Oh, we're back, we're on." Oh, Amorim's going to come in and we're going to absolutely go for it. It's simply a case of this is relief. The emotion we are exhibiting, and it looks like joy. It looks like over exuberance. Yeah, it's relief because we are free from the shackles. Do you know what I mean? Like Kunta Kinte, this is what we're doing now. Like, bro, we're free, bro. Like, do you not understand?
Even Nedu's happy. You know what I mean? Because Nedu's always.
You know it's serious, yeah. When Nedu is happy, like, that's something.
See what Nedu said here, though. We were compact basics.
Exactly.
I expect them to be able to pick. They should be able to do that by themselves. You could pick someone from the crowd, and the team should be You're a professional football team, compact. Now all of a sudden, Agate looks like who would have thought? When you don't have Agate having the most touches on the ball and progressing the ball, that Agate looks better. Who'd have thought? We all know what he is, and we see that more so against Chelsea. Like what we talk, yeah. And I see them doing back heels and all this and flicks.
Bro, see what a bit of confidence does when the manager believes in you and not
a little bit of confidence
being sidelined. And again, everyone's different, and we all know people who may need a bit more of an arm around the shoulder. Listen, you're the man. You're going to do it. You need to do that for me. Others don't need anything at all because they're just left to their own devices. And this is what man management is. And Ten Hag, for me, is probably one of the worst managers I've ever seen at man management. I don't think he could manage egos. I definitely can't manage people in general. So he falls down at the first hurdle in that. And listen, I'm not saying everything is switched 180 and everything, but the vibe around within the players, it looks.
That's
different.
all it is. It's a vibe.
Even when they're warming up, the smiles are back. Do you know what I'm saying? It looks a million times different than what it had under Ten Hag. So I think whether that's just the case of that he's gone, Wicked Witch is dead and all that, who knows? But we'll see. Obviously, when Amorim finally comes in,
Wicked Witch is dead.
But you know what it is here? Just going back to the Ahmad situation, yeah. The crowd, yeah, when he gets the ball, it's something different, bro. You just feel like the expectation now is go on, lad. When you go on the other side, and we'll talk about him in a bit, but Broski, like the way he just makes things happen is something that, bro, he gets you on the edge of your seat. You're like, whoa, like the crowd is like up for it, bro. Because they know, like we've actually got a player that wants to take a man on. He wants to entertain the crowd. He wants to be progressive, bro. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Like man wants to just, be impactful. Like that's what wingers do. They're there to entertain. I don't want to see a boring winger. No. It's true though. Who wants to see a boring winger? Like who wants to see a guy that just
no flair?
You know what I mean, bro, like you don't want to see that, bro. You want to see someone that wingers have the best kind of almost position in a football team because they're the ones that get most of the freedom. They're the ones that the manager don't really have to coach. well, that's if you're system player, then maybe different. But you're there to spark.
You can showcase your skills. You have the license to be creative. You got freedom out there, and you're expected to do things. But obviously, we see it with a lot of the wingers, and a lot of the wingers at the top clubs not good enough. But Diallo is one of those exceptions where there is an expectation for him to do something every time he gets the ball, and he's showing it, and his confidence as well, because he's getting a run of games. Like we mentioned, Agate, Casemiro. You know what Ruud's given them? A run of games.
Yeah.
So they can build some. Who would have thought? Like giving two players a run of games helps them build a partnership, and then all of a sudden they kind of look better. Like, again.
You say about Ahmad, the last player I remember at Old Trafford that had me feeling similar that something could happen every time that the ball was probably Di Maria. I remember watching Di Maria when he was there, them first couple of months, and I was like, wow.
Hey, trust me.
How have we got this guy? Because he was some, like before what happened, and before he turned into a bit of a snake, bro, he was electrifying.
He was cooking. He was electrifying. Yeah.
So we've not had a player, I feel, like him. Obviously, you can talk about Ronaldo, but he was on the decline. Whatever you say, 20 goals or whatever he scored in that season was good enough. But no one's ever really excited the crowd as Di Maria has until Ahmad now. And I mean, I don't even care, bro. I'm not even bothered about jumping off the cliff or whatever, bro. He is fucking unreal. He's a great football player. And the thing I like about him most, and it's very rare in modern football these days, is the mentality is absolutely spot on, whether that's upbringing, whether that's just whatever it is. You know, he's got everything. He's got every attribute, I feel, to be a top draw player. I'm not going to say world class. I'm not going to say one of the best in the world, but someone who consistently performs at the highest level. And I'm just so happy that he's managing now to be able to realize that for Manchester United. Like I've seen tweet before people comparing Ahmad and Garnacho or Ahmad whoever, and I just quoted it and just said, "Well, thank God they all play for us." Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's just nice to have options, different options.
100%, bro.
Come on and do things. And Ahmad right now is perfectly poised to be our start. He should be our starting right winger anyway. But right now, I dare anyone to try and take it off him. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. 100%, bro. That's what I love to see. And obviously, we came in second half. Second half was a bit not the greatest, if I'm being honest with you. But the goal for Garnacho was exceptional, bro. Absolutely exceptional. Yeah, like genuinely, what a goal! Like genuinely, like that was a curler. You know what I mean? That was like top bins.
Absolutely, he's bins that, and there was an element of control in that second half, even though it wasn't as good as the first.
Yep.
We still went for it. We still played at a quick tempo. There was still, again, basics. We still looked compact defensively. They offered nothing going forward. Yes, Leicester are poor, but we've been poor, and we acting like we haven't conceded and been struggling against poor to average opposition or anything in between. So that's what I'm with it. But yeah, Garnacho, good goal, and everyone played well. Like you might mention Bruno. I thought Bruno was good today as well. I thought he was good today. Even outside of the goal, he was good today. There's times where he could have gave the ball quicker, but Bruno is going to do that. But yeah, to this, Jason, that's why I ain't with no player FC. Perform well. Routine home victory, that's the biggest compliment I can pay the whole team.
Absolutely.
No, 100%. No, 100%. I just thought that was exceptional. And you know what? We deserved at least a 3-0, man. I said today, I made a prediction. I said, I said 3-1, but I said we need to score some goals, man, because bro, we need to get out of this minus goal difference, man. We need to get out of this place, bro. Like, it's not good, though, man. Like, to be on minus, man, it's not good, guys, man. And now we got double-digit goals, is it?
We got double-digit goals.
Let me see. How many
goals I think we have.
Now?
And 0 goal difference. Jeez, all our Christmases come out.
12 now, 12 goals.
Hey,
let's go.
Wait, well, we got 12 goals in 11 games.
12 goals, man.
We're above a goal a game, people. Let's go.
Let's go, man.
We're above a goal a game, and we're at 0 goal difference, people. Hey, Amorim, man, your time.
Let's go, man. You know what I'm saying, brother? You get me? Like, no, real talk. Like, it's one of them where I'm like,
bro, when you put it down like that, like after 11 games, we finally got 12 goals.
12 goals, man.
And people moan when we beat Leicester 3-0. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how bad have we been struggling? How bad has it been?
The quest for goal difference +1 starts with Amorim, yo.
You know what? Shout out to Sunshine in the building. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, by the way. But he's literally reset. He's put the reset button on. I'm not saying everyone's then going to become unbelievable, but it's just kind of almost like, you know how last international break here, everyone was like feeling like shit here. Like now, you're actually looking forward to the
optimism because there's things to be optimistic about. Are we the best team ever? Are all these players going to be sensational? No. But we're now in a position in the league. You look at the Europa League. You look at the FA Cup that's not started yet. You look at us being in the quarterfinal of the League Cup. The manager's going to switch systems, so we're going to see everybody everyone's going to be doing something new, even if it's a holding midfielder, for example, because now you're playing in front of 3 centre-backs instead of 2, which slightly alters your role. How much that's dependent, but it's new. Where does Diallo play? Does he? Well, we know Diallo plays, but how does he? Let me change that. How does he adapt to playing in the 10 now? Because we know he's good enough to play central. Who plays on the other side? Who plays as the striker? Who plays in the midfield too? Where's Maino go when he gets back? Who plays as wing back? Is it a Garnacho playing right wing back or Rashford? Do they play as one of the 10s? Like, there's so many questions. So again, people don't want to see us happy because they've seen us miserable for so long and they love it. People love it. You would have probably got it same with you. As soon as he was sacked, people were like, I've never seen you smile so much. I've never seen you be so happy. We don't like it. That's what I was told. We don't like you being happy.
You're so negative, Saeed. But then when you're happy, but you're too positive, Saeed. You know what I mean, bro? Like, bro.
Can't win,
you can't win. You're too positive, Saeed. That's crazy.
Just like United under Ten Hag, not allowed to win. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Too positive. Just got out of jail. I'm about to say you should celebrate freedom. What? Excuse me? I just got out
freedom
for a crime I didn't commit. That's the worst part. It's something I didn't even do.
I didn't commit that. I
didn't commit the crime, and I did my years, and I got out.
I was an accessory, man. I was
innocent bystander, and then you want to say, "Oh, why you shouldn't be positive now, man?" There's reasons to be optimism. All jokes aside, even with Amorim coming in because of his reputation. Because remember, the whole conversation around Ten Hag was a couple things. One, who else we gonna get? And 2, this stupid notion that Manchester United can't attract a good manager. Nonsense. I've seen that super chat so many times on so many different channels. Yours, mine, elsewhere. United can't attract good managers. Now we got Amorim. It's He's just Ten Hag 2.0. But if he would have rejected us, he would have been a good manager.
You want to come to United.
The narrative spins. Imagine they lost to City. Imagine what it would have been. The narrative.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is the thing. Like, look, I've seen it start the chat because they're losing now. Like, people are like, but they're buzzing that he's losing his last game. Like, who cares, bro? I don't.
Who cares?
I couldn't give a shit. He's coming to United. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna. And he's gonna have a massively positive impact on Manchester United, and I can't wait for it. And the best thing for me is he comes with. For me personally, he comes with a level of patience, like a massive level of patience, because I feel he has everything in what a modern manager. You can see how he can handle the media, the way he dealt with the British media perfectly in the other week. Do you know what I mean? And we need that because we've had someone who has been joyless and
miserable,
awkward and horrible. To watch any press conference is crazy. Like, so listen, no one can predict he's going to win. No one's going to predict he's going to take United back to the summit.
Yeah,
but listen, he dealt Pep a blow. He brought him home and spanked his ass at their ground. Do you know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care, Flawless. I'm not bothered. You faced it. You faced it all, bro. You faced it all. So we won't be happy. Yeah, go on, do super that side. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, I just think we have to be happy, man. That's the main thing right now. Big up Zoatech TV said, big up Saeed, Double A, and Flawless. All love my brothers, but fair play to Ruud for settling the ship. But I'm happy we got our permanent manager fast. It shows Man United still important and have pulling power. You know what it just shows as well? That the season was never over. Yeah? All this idea of, but we can have Ruud to the end of the season. No, man. Like, no. Yeah,
That's where they had us.
This is why I was
That's-
insistent flawless.
But I get that, but that's where they had us because Ineos was so incompetent with this and he was still here. It was just like anything's better than that. Plus, I didn't expect them to pull this type of move.
But I still wanted a permanent manager, though.
No, I hear you. My first choice wouldn't have been, I didn't know if it was possible, was my point.
Okay.
That's where I was at with it. I didn't, if I knew that they were capable of going to get Amorim, go get him, which they did.
Yeah.
But I just didn't think, one, they was capable, and two, they would actually do that.
A lot of
That's what it is.
A lot of that's conditioning though, because you're told consistently, and it comes out from the media. Oh, they're looking at X, Y, and Z, all these shit choices, that are out of jobs. They're out of jobs for a reason. Why are we getting linked to them? Do you know what I mean? And then, so you start to be conditioned to, oh, I'll accept this or I'll accept that. I was like, if a bigger manager's coming in the summer, not that I want to write a season off, but I would happily take Ruud to the end of the season, see if we can get that feel-good factor back into the club, back as long as it was always going to be interim to the end of the summer. I could never do another Ollie because I never wanted Ollie to ever have the job. So, and to be right about that was frustrating for me because it's a player that I love growing up. But I'm with you, Forrest. I've forever said, why are United, Manchester United, regardless of where we are in the league, why are we looking at managers that are out of jobs? We should be able to go in to any club and say, I want you to be the manager, and they come running. And that's what we did. You can call it PR, you can call it lies, whatever. But Amorim saying it's the only club I wanted is music to my ears, mate, because Liverpool wanted him, Chelsea wanted him, West Ham wanted him, City were looking at him. I don't care what City fans say. They were absolutely gearing it all up, getting in Hugo Viana, whoever it is, coming in as the CEO to get him in a season or two. I'm not even anything else other than that. So the fact we've gone and stole him off City is even better. And then he's gone and beat Pep, even better. And when he comes back and gets us 21 over Pep, I'm going to be dancing, bro. On the stream.
Come on.
Okay, Double A. All right, Double
A. Double A. Say no more. What are you trying to say?
Second half of the season, we're doing a title charge.
I didn't say which season though, did I? I didn't say which season.
You did say that though, didn't you?
No, I just said he's gonna win us the league over City, and I ain't saying which season.
Big up. Really, that says if we pick up 6 points against Ipswich and Everton, we go into Arsenal game right in the mix. This is what I'm trying to say, bro. I need us to win them next 2 games, though, man. Please,
absolutely.
Put us in a position that if we win the next 2 games, and Arsenal have got Forest, and by the way, Scott McTominay has just scored for Napoli. Shout out to McTominay. But if I just look at Arsenal next 2 fixtures, they have Nottingham Forest, and I believe they have.
Let me check. Check. I got you.
West Ham away, 5:30 kickoff.
Hopefully, West Ham have sat up and taken.
Yeah, by then, you know what I mean. So listen, let's see.
Hopefully,
let's see. But all I'm saying to you is, just win your next 2 games. We gonna talk.
Yeah, and
we gonna talk.
What we gonna talk? What you gonna talk about?
We go to Emirates next 2 games. We go for the win.
Yeah, of course. No, we definitely should go there for the win. But with the Ipswich and Everton games, now the party time's over. Now Ruud's gone. You know what I'm saying? We've been out of jail now for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Now it's time to start acclimatizing to life, and that's where I'm at. I do agree with Double A in regards to I'm not expecting miracles from Amorim, but what I'm expecting from now until the end of the season is significant improvement in everything. You're as good as we think you are, we should see significant improvement. And that doesn't mean title charge or going to win the league, none of that. But I expect to see improvement. Look how close we are to the top of the table right now. Not top of the table, sorry. Top 4, top 6 and being in the mix. Europa League, I think we're, 3 points off top 8 with 4 favourable fixtures in that. FA Cup ain't started yet. League Cup quarter-final away to Spurs, who can be got at. As good as they are going forward, we know Spurs defensively suspect. Hey, do the business. I want 6 points from 6. And then you go into the Arsenal game, and then I'm really interested to see how he approaches that. Is he slightly more pragmatic? Does he play the same way when he goes to the Emirates? Like, all these things are going to be found out, but it's reasons to be optimisms. Here out, we're talking positively. I think we can go there and get a result. The man just said there, we're 13th. Yeah, we're fully aware we're 13th. But that's why the last manager was sacked. Because we are 13th. If we was third, Ten Hag would still be in charge.
Broski, if we were literally sacked him in October, bro, we would have won against West Ham. We would have beat who else?
If we would have sacked him in the summer like we should have, and should have got Amorim there, and maybe got a player, and then you add in the 2 points from Palace, and you add in 3 points from West Ham, that's 5 points right there. Where would we be in the league?
This is what
We'd have been on a title charge, bro. Would have beat Liverpool. Would have beat Tottenham. Would have been on a title charge.
Bro, Tottenham, man. Tottenham at home.
All right, so let's say that's 3. That's 8 points. Add 8 points to our total. Where are we in the league right now?
8 points to our total.
Add 8 points to our total right now. Where are we at in the league?
Is that 18 points, is it? Well, no, 15, 21 points would it be?
Okay, so let me check.
23 points.
Yeah, 23 points.
So 23 points. We'd be joint second right now.
Hey.
And all that is beating a Palace side who've won 1 game all season, beating an absolute shocking West Ham side, and beating a Spurs side who gave both Ipswich and Crystal Palace their first wins of the season. That's not that difficult. Let's say we still lost to Liverpool. Let's say we drop points wherever else we drop points. Let's say we still drop points. Like that is, we're not talking miracles here, people. To beat Crystal Palace, who've won 1 game all season, to beat West Ham, who are shocking and a lot of their fan base want their manager gone, and to beat Spurs, who have give both Ipswich and Palace their first wins of the season. We're not taught like, people talk like we playing prime Madrid or prime Barcelona. Here are the teams that I'm stating here. Add 8 more points, we'd be joint second. No title charge, but it's really, again, the manager had us in hell, man. Lord of mercy.
That's what I'm trying to say, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Ugarte today. My brother Ugarte, the one that I was.
Oh, my brother.
A lot of people blaming me, saying, Saeed, you watched all them Copa America watch-alongs and you watched everything and you started saying, go and get Ugarte. That's the guy. I said, yeah, I want Ugarte. I believe the profile of Ugarte can come in and help us. You know what I'm saying to you? But we've got to use him correctly. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily think he's a out-and-out 6. But if you play him in a double pivot and you have, people around him and he's pressing up high on the pitch and he get confidence around, you can see it's a lot of sign. So today, I thought man of the match for me today.
100%, bro. He was
like,
everything we've missed
everywhere today.
Everything we've missed in that midfield for years. Tenacity, aggressive, combative. Bro, the amount of times he was the first one, the way he closes down that space so quick. I couldn't believe over them first 5-10 yards. He's so quick, bro. He's unbelievable. The way I like him a lot. Listen, the only signing I've ever written off, I could say written off. The only signing I think for United in the last however many years I've written off is Mason Mount because I've never liked him before. Yeah. I've seen a bit of Ugarte, not enough to start saying, he's shit, he's not what we need. Listen, Manchester United's midfield has been dead, hanging out of its ass for 10, 15 years. I said when we bought him, he instantly upgrades our midfield. The issue is, how is the manager at the time going to play him? And he didn't play him at all, so it shows you. But when he did play him in the Europa League, he was playing well. So I don't get this whole thing of, he's crap. He's never going to be good. But you've not seen him play for us. And the more he's playing, and him and I said our best midfield 3, although we're probably not going to play that now, is Ugarte, Casemiro, and Menu. Them 3 for me would be perfect. I think they cover everything that we need in the midfield. And I stand by that. And I think 2 of them now are showing exactly what we can do. I'm not saying he's the best midfielder in the league. People saying he's shit and all this. I'm not saying.
But we got to get behind him, man.
What we're seeing is something that made the club buy him. And today, again, it's Leicester, whatever. But listen, when have we seen a midfielder in the Manchester United midfield that's tenacious and aggressive like that? It's been a long time. And people say Fred. Yes, Fred, I agree. But I think I like him more than Fred.
Yes, because he has more. His aggression is much more controlled than Fred.
Controlled, yeah.
He's much less. He's much less reckless than Fred when he's flying into tackles. And Fred had his uses, but Ugarte is a better version of it. So I agree with you in that instance. You know what Ugarte is good at. We know.
You know, for me, I big up to really on as I said. Main thing I give Ruud credit for is playing Manuel and Cass together. When Cobber returns, it'll be interesting. But this is where.
Because of how Amorim plays, we might see a version of that, but with Bruno. because he plays 2 10s and two midfielders, you could get an Agate, Casemiro, Maino in a midfield. Obviously, Bruno will be there as well, potentially, and then whoever the striker is. So you get a version of that. But yeah, it's a solid pivot. But who would have thought that playing them two together would work?
Who would have thought, man?
Who would have thought?
We all knew.
I would have liked to have seen it. I didn't expect it to work as it has done, but I still wanted to see it. It has been a surprise, but they probably, again, confidence is key. Man, I'm talking about his passes. I've seen him do that in the last couple of games now, where he's played passes. I'm like, was that Agate? Like, all right, even on his left foot. Like, props to it.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I just think Ugarte today was solid, man. I think for me, it's like, I think everything that he did today was right. Like, I don't know, that start there, 8 tackles, he won. No Man United players, his data record began one more in a Premier League game. That's nuts, man. Do you know what I mean? 92% passing accuracy today. 10 out of 16 drills won. 7 recoveries, 3 interceptions. You know what I mean? He was everywhere today, man. Him and Casemiro, they know one of them sits, one of them goes. One of them goes, one of them sits. Like, they work together. Like, you can tell they've got a little bit of an understanding together, which I like, man. Like,
they cover each other. There was a time, I think it was in the first half, where Dalot played a hospital pass to Agate, and the Leicester player nicked in front, went past Agate, Casemiro went across and covered. That's what it's always been. And there's another part in the game when someone's gone past Casemiro and Agate's there. That's the way it should be. One player being bypassed in your midfield, which is going to happen, by the way, people. One player being bypassed should not mean they go straight at your defense. That's why you have 2 midfielders in there for extra cover. And they're both dogged. And they both want to do it as well. They're not offensive players that want, even though Casemiro's good at going forward, they're not offensive players who just want to get forward. They're happy doing the defensive, and it's important. And then when you have a Diallo on your side, that allows him to do what Diallo does. And once we add more quality, and Amorim say the team dynamic gets better and players improve because of the system.
Facts.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's good to have as options, especially tough away games. Yes, especially tough away games.
It's just a good partnership in midfield, and you mentioned that performance there, Saeed, right? Yep. And the stats there, and this is what maybe it's because it's Manchester United, or maybe it's just because the fan base at this moment in time, I think, are very negative of Manchester United players. If you'd have read them stats out, and I'll say it, against Leicester, right, for Caicedo or Partey or Rice, bro, the narrative is, bro, he ran the game today. He was the best player on the pitch. He was a force to be reckoned with. He was outstanding. Why is it when it's Agate for Manchester United and the chat are doing it, he's shit though? Yeah, nah, he's not.
Yeah, I'm saying he's shit.
Bro, in the chat they're still saying he's not good and he's this and he's that. Bro, this is where platforms are built. This is where consistency. You have to start.
I want them.
You have to start at some point, bro. Like, and he's playing well. So who knows where it's going to go? We're not sat here saying he's the best midfielder in the league. Oh. He's the top 5 CDM in the league, number 6 in the league, whatever. What we're saying is he is showing the talent and the qualities he has that made Manchester United go and get him on loan from PSG. And I think he's a profile. I'll keep saying it. He's a profile we have missed for a long time. And whether further down the line he's a starting player for Manchester United remains to be seen. And your hope is that we build and buy players that may be better than him, that complement him more than Casemiro or whatever, and he becomes a rotation player, because that's what the best teams in the world have. They have a rotation of players that all complement each other, and some are better than and some are not. It is a loan. It's a loan with an obligation, so it's still technically it's a loan.
No, we're still gonna get him.
Yeah, but I mean, at the moment it's classed as a loan, so that's what I was saying.
I thought it was permanent. I stand corrected.
So it's a loan with obligation.
Obligation. Okay, I thought I stand corrected. Go on, carry on, double A.
But it's simply that, mate. I think I was very happy with the signing because it was quality into the midfield, and we've let, for me, one of the worst football players. I don't care if he scored. One of the worst football players I've technically gifted or not gifted at all in my case. We've brought in a solid replacement who can do a lot more for us. And listen, I didn't want to rely on players that are meant to be an 8 or a 6 going up and scoring more goals and leaving us shy in the midfield. We've now got an actually proper midfield.
We actually signed him on permanently, by the way. I just seen it.
I thought it was a loan.
No. That's what I said. Yeah, I thought it was a permanent. I thought, which is
Yeah, we bought him. I
which it is.
apologize.
And-
Yeah, I thought we
and
signed
to
him.
this, yeah, and it's and yeah, you can like technical ballers, but he's doing the other side of the game, which is important.
Real
Again,
talk.
we're not sat here because I know there's someone in the chat without me watching talking about, oh, we need better in the future. I am not disputing that. Double A or Saeed are not sat here disputing that. We are just saying he is playing well currently. And as for now, for this season, bear in mind, Amorim's managed him before. He can be a useful asset. He can be a good player for us this season so far. I don't mind seeing him in the lineup, no matter who we're playing now. Summertime, that's where it's not solely midfield. Do we need to address that area? Yes. Do I want us to go and improve in that area? Yes. But there's not an area of Manchester United's team I don't want us to improve. I think it all needs to be improved, to be honest. We're so far short. So how are we criticising someone who is working well? What have we sat here and what has been mentioned about Manchester United for like at least the past 18 months? How bad our midfield's been. Since Eriksen got that injury, because Eriksen and Casemiro worked for an extended period, that's been the conversation. How poor our midfield is, how easy it's to get bypassed, big space. And now you have Agate and Casemiro actually forming a partnership and actually working well and making it tough for opposition. People want to complain.
And Casemiro, by the way, you know, he had one bad game, and that was it this season. The game against Liverpool. And, bro, rest of the season, I think he's been very good. Like, let's be honest. Has he looked like leggy? No. Where are all the comments about legginess, by the way? Have you seen any comments about his legs?
Hey, but you know why he's probably doing less running, Saeed? Check this one. Because of the guy next to him helping him out.
Tackles as well.
No, he's still doing that, but they're both doing it. It's amazing when you're not in the midfield by yourself. You're covering less ground. Man. It's so crazy that if Casemiro misses a tackle, that six next to him, who's good defensively and wants to do that work, helps him out. Or if that six misses a tackle, Casemiro's, who would have thought that a problem shared, people, can be a problem halved? He has less ground to cover. Mad.
Facts.
It's crazy.
Freddie, member for 18 months. Big up to you, bro. Thanks for Ruud for holding it down and bringing some vibes back. Now let's get Amorim ball at OT. Let's give props to Onana. He's been solid. Listen, I can't lie to you. Onana, you know what it is with me? With keeper, you don't really need to slate him or criticize him if he's just not being the main problem of the team, innit? Like he like the keeper only became a problem because he made it a problem. You see what I mean? Like he literally, like if it was a case of we were getting beaten and there was good, like it was good goals in it. I don't think everyone was saying you're Onana, bro. Like you're shit and like, but bro, like he was literally costing us games, bro.
He was a bozo.
He was a bozo. So I had every right to criticize him. But now you have every right to give him his credit.
Yeah. He was making mistakes. Fans criticize him. You play well, you get praised. We just sat here and spoke about Agate, who was playing well. What did Agate get? Praise. Diallo played well. Praise. Bruno played well today. Praise. You play poorly and you make mistakes, in particular as a goalkeeper, you make a mistake, it normally costs your team a goal. It's more memorable than if a centre forward loses the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
You're going to get criticised. This has happened from the start of football all the way up until now and will continue to do so. I don't know why people can't comprehend it. The reason why Onana was being criticised, people, was because of Onana.
Yeah. I will say one thing about Onana as well. I think what has helped you, you talk about Casemiro and Agate helping each other out. The fact he's got two top-class centre-backs in front of him in De Ligt and Martinez, I think he's massively helped his confidence as well. And I think you look at...
Yeah, I agree.
We go back to Ten Hag, and that back five was so solid in that first season. It helped us get through the season. When he realised he couldn't play the football he wanted to play, being so solid at the back. And, I think Onana he's top of the league for clean sheets now in the season, I think.
Yeah.
In the Premier League. Having those two, and I hope we talk about De Ligt, because again, was it in my top 5 centre backs for this season, mate? And I did say if them two can get some form of partnership going and we play well, they have potential to be one of the best centre back partnerships in the league. Because again, I think they have everything to complement each other. But De Ligt, for me, mate, we let go of a Rolls Royce. We went and bought a Rolls Royce. I just think
real talk.
Unbelievable.
I still have issues with him playing out from the back a little bit, but I can't lie to you.
Onana?
Huh?
De Ligt.
A little bit in terms of his body movement in terms of like the way he receives the ball. I still feel there's issues maybe there, but it's nothing that I'm like cussing him over. It's still competent enough on the ball.
Yeah.
But I think overall, defensively, and his awareness, his position, his biggest attribute is his positioning. His positioning, bro. Like one of the strikers tried to run off him and listen, quick little tap, bang, see you later. You know what I mean? So I think for me that is excellent, man. But I feel like Dillick, I never was concerned about him coming to United. I was like, bro, Bayern Munich letting Dillick go for 38 million.
I did have my doubts about Dillick in regards. I didn't think he'd be a terrible buy, but I didn't expect him to be at the level of consistency he's been at for us. Because he'd been at Bayern. Obviously, I'm not watching week in, week out. I'd seen him in the Champions League. Wasn't bad, but wasn't good. I just thought he'd be decent. Didn't work out at Juventus. You go, all right. But I know Bayern fans weren't too happy with him being let go. But the biggest compliment I can pay him is consistency. He's had one bad game, which was the Porto game. Props to him. That's what I'm happy to be wrong on that. Happy to be.
See, this is where I think the misconception comes with Dillick, because at Juventus, again, they were going through a bad transitional period, you think. But he won the league there. And he actually went to Bayern. They made a profit on him, Juventus. So he's not like they let him like we would do. He's not worked cheap. Out. Yeah, like so we bought Di Maria and then lost out on money. Do you know what I mean? So he's gone for £70 million or euros, whatever it was, to Bayern Munich. And again, I think he's gone into Bayern Munich, and that last season was chaos. You know, they won the league the season before
on the
last day, only because Dortmund messed it up. And then obviously last season was a car crash, and I think he was in an environment that wasn't many players from Bayern, apart from you look at Harry Kane, I think many players from Bayern weren't, Kim Min-jae had an absolute stinker of a season.
Yeah, I got Kim Min-jae wrong, I can't lie.
No, but he didn't, bro, because at Napoli he was fantastic. He went into an environment that wasn't... The thing is with United fans, we can see that what Bayern are going through, because we're going through it. We've been through it. We've seen players come here, reputations that look amazing, sink out, go away, and look fantastic. And I'll use McTominay as an example for that. He's in a system, in a team that best utilizes him, that can get the best out of him. But they want that. We don't want that from him. So he goes there and he looks amazing. So we've seen it with so many players that I never doubted the quality of the there. I never wrote him off thinking, well, if he's not worked at Juve or Bayern, then obviously it's last chance saloon for him. I think he had a lot to do to prove he was still that player, but I still believed it was there. I didn't think he was falling off. He wasn't that good anymore. He just needed the right environment for him to bring it out of him. And I think it's crazy to me that he's come to a Ten Hag team that was so shit, but yeah, he's looked decent. And then now he's gone. He's just getting better and better, I think. And I'm excited to see him in that. If we have a back three, mate, of De Ligt, Martinez, and Euro,
bro, 100%, man.
That is going to be good. That is going to be good.
Sporting, by the way, they just equalised 2-2. My manager.
Apparently, Amorim's done as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Where's them guys in the chat right now? You know,
where are you, man? The start.
Where are you, man? You know, where are you, man? Guys, keep liking the video. There's 434 likes right now. And only 1,000 people in the building. Let's get these likes up. Big up to Jay Morada, man. He's got Ruud Van Nistelrooy profile picture, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up to you. Says people need to put some respect on Maguire. Pogba, Sancho. What? People need to put respect on Maguire, Pogba, Sancho, Anthony, Onana for holding down the abuse. Nacho gets criticized once and needs to be consoled after the game because he's sad. Boo-hoo, soft youth generation. Well, what do you make to that, by the way, like in terms of that? Because there was a lot of discussion after the game, yeah. You know, with me, yeah, I'm always like, why do you make people make a big deal out of it? If he wants to be like, he wants to cry and he wants to do what he wants to do, like, cool, let him have his moment and we move. Like, I feel like it's one of them where, for me personally, like, if he wants to have his moment and do his thing, cool, the game's over. He scored his goal, we move on. Like, I don't think it needs to be like a dramatized within the families. Personally, for me.
I think it's one because it's Manchester. We're Manchester United, so everything's going to be sensationalized. We are Coronation Street.
Exactly, bro.
We are EastEnders. We are old school Brookside. You know what I'm saying? We are Hollyoaks. We are all of the soaps rolled into one. Everything is always a new story with Manchester United Football Club. One thing I will say is there's a big difference, people, between criticism and abuse.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. Some players are criticized and criticized fairly. And then just abuse to me is when it's over the top and nothing to do with their football. When it's them as a person, that's when it is. Like if you mention, I don't know, their wife, for example, and she has no bearing on that footballer's game on the pitch. That's when it is. Criticize the footballer. That's why I say, or anything that affects his football or could affect his performance on the pitch. Go on, Saeed.
No, I just want to say as well, man.
Yeah.
It's disgusting what I've seen on Twitter today as well. Like in terms of Faz, the abuse he's getting, man. Like that's not on, man.
That's abuse. That ain't criticism. That's my prime example. Right, you can disagree with what Faz said. You can disagree with how he said it. Abuse, but once you start being racial or calling my names, that's when it's abuse, and that's a prime example. Criticize him for that moment, cool.
Yeah. If you want to criticize,
no problems with that. Cool. If you don't agree with it, that I have no issue with. But when it's racial abuse because of it, he's not a true fan. All of this type of rubbish, and that's my pride. That's what I'm talking about. But back to the super chat in regards to Garnacho, I think why people don't like that because it shows again a soft mentality. That's why he said in the super chat, I forgot the guy's name. Big up to him. Soft youth mentality, soft generation. He said, sorry. You get credit. The reason why Garnacho has been criticized is because of Alejandro Garnacho. Now, is some of it overboard? Yes. Some of it is abuse? Yes. 110%. However, the criticism you are receiving for your football is fair because you have underperformed for a long time and had poor games and had one of your poorest games a couple of games ago. That comes with the territory of being a Manchester United footballer. That's just the unfortunate side to it. That is the downside to all the pros and positives you get as being a Manchester United footballer. As you said to Faz, why are you not playing, bro? That's a positive. The fact you can don the Manchester United shirt is a positive and a privilege that you have worked hard to get, whether people think you're good enough or not. You've worked to a certain level to get there. However, the criticism is what comes with it. Oh, I didn't want to celebrate because I got criticised. Bruno said it. We all get criticised. Get on with perform better and the criticism lowers down. Help Manchester United win games and win trophies. Guess what? You'll get lauded as a god. So it is.
Yeah. That one there is something that we, Garnacho has to work on as well in terms of.
He's a 20-year-old he's a young player, bro. Like, and this is the thing. Like, he's learning his trade. He's not the finished article. So I think people are expecting too much from him because he's done certain things. He can do what we saw today. We know he can do that. He's got that in his locker, but. Should we expect that from him every single game? For me, as seeing a lot of young players come through Manchester United, some that make it, some that don't. No, and I think young players should have a higher, give them more leeway when they're learning the game. What my problem is with Garnacho, and it's nothing to actually do with him, and it happens with so many young players, given too much too soon, and I think that's also prestige in profile. But I think. Massively overplayed last season for a young player to start. Was it 34 odd games or something like that, bro? It's mismanagement, and we saw it with Kobe, and Kobe started to get criticism as well. And it happens with young players. I imagine if it was Ahmad last season that got played 34 games and he started to tail off and get knackered, he would get some criticism as well. And Delor's getting it again, getting it well because he's been massively overplayed, and that's a problem when players who are more senior or meant to be better than you don't perform. You're relied on because when you come on, when you play, you do things. Now, do I think this season Garnacho seems to be having better moments coming off the bench? I agree with that. I think he has become brilliant at utilising tired legs and getting space and creating and scoring goals. But I also don't think that should be his role. I still think he should be starting games for Manchester United because that's how you learn the trade. With the Faz thing, would I support Manchester United in that way? No. Would I go to when we're at the stadium side? It's about supporting the team. And I think it's about getting behind the players. And would I go? I agree. Would I go film myself and speak to a player like that? No. And I think maybe the message he wanted to convey came across totally the wrong way. He could have worded it better. But that's part of life, and I think. Garnacho dealt with it well, and I
met a lot of fans today, and a lot of match going fans, and they said that what Rashford said wasn't bad. Faz said wasn't bad. It was actually quite honest, and
there was no malice in it whatsoever. Social media, it wasn't vicious.
So
the problem is it's done for content. It's not done to help Garnacho. It's done for his own personal use. So it's done for a viral moment, and we know that's the case.
No, but the thing is that he was live though. He was live.
Yeah, but because that's why he's done it. He's done it whilst live because he knows what's going to happen. And luckily
I don't think it's cynical. That's my issue. I don't think it was cynical.
I think that's what it was.
I would say.
Luckily for him, he got the reaction out of Garnacho. If Garnacho doesn't say anything, it doesn't go.
It's not a moment. One thing I will say, I think Faz says that if he's not live. I think he says that regardless. So even though I get what you're saying in regards to Faz and how he is as a character, in regards to how he creates content, if he's not live, I think he says the same thing. Yeah, I think he still says it.
I can only look at it from me. If I'm stood there, I'd probably say something a little bit more encouraging because
I'll get you with that. I think there's a time and a place. That's where I do agree with you on that. I don't think it's the best place to say it. But
the score goals past the ball, sweet. I think it's when you say the first touch thing, improve your first touch. It's like, bro, I don't think he's got the first touch. Do you know what I'm saying? I just think that last one for me was the one. And like I said, I wouldn't support Manchester United that way, and I wouldn't do what he did. I'd speak to him and encourage him something, but yeah, I don't know, man.
By the way, just a quick one. He's 3-2 now. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
hey, sign him up, man. Sign him up.
Bro, well, he's signed up, man. That's my manager right there, you know. That's our manager. That's you know what? It's not my manager. That's our manager, guys.
Hey, like you lot said to us all the time on the tenor. Back the manager. That's what it is. Back the manager.
Back the manager, man.
Second half of the season, we're doing a title charge.
Back the manager. That's all I'm saying to you. Big up, Super Archers. Onana wasn't the problem for me last year. Our defense was so bad. Onana was the easy blame, but no one blamed the effort and centre back for allowing it to form. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Really, on that says he's allowed to be annoyed and not starting, but not celebrate with Fred end because of the fan criticism is strange to me. Listen, each to their own. You know what I'm saying?
To me, it does show you don't. So because some of the fans don't, because some of the fans are criticizing you rightly, you don't want to celebrate. I won't say it's wrong because you're allowed to respond. I just say it's a very strange way to respond is what I'd say. I don't understand how you get there from that. So because I'm being criticized by a portion of the fan base, I scored a banger. I'm not going to celebrate with you all. So it's kind of like you all must love me for me to celebrate with you, even though you're being criticized because of your poor performance. And also, there's fans that love you. That's why Faz is receiving the criticism he's receiving. The reason why Faz is getting the backlash is because a lot of the fans back you. Because if that was a player, Faz says that to a player we all dislike, guess what? Is Faz receiving that criticism? No. Not in the slightest. If Faz says that
he should have went to the corner and then, you know what I'm saying?
Guess what? If Faz says that to Harry Maguire, is he receiving the amount of criticism he's receiving? No, he's not. If that same scenario happens with Harry Maguire, he's not receiving the same amount.
I don't
Maguire don't have that same.
Full English Brigade might start.
No, they would be on his case, but I'm saying he'd receive much less because Garnacho is a fan favorite. Maguire is not.
To be fair, Maguire would score and start doing this again.
Yeah, he would because you know how you know this. Look what happened with Pogba at the end of the season. Did anyone get on them fans' case?
Yeah.
Very few.
I had something to say.
Yeah, you did, but that's what I'm saying. Very, very few. If that's Maguire in that same scenario, yes, he gets criticised, 110%.
Yeah.
But does he receive much less criticism? Yeah, he criticised a fan favourite.
Facts.
Of course.
Facts. Let's talk on some pressing issues in it because we've done a lot of positivity, a lot of we have to get to the other side of it that we must, man. Who do we start on? Rashford or Højlund?
It's your show. You start.
Yeah, pick the point.
You pick.
Oh, damn. Pick. By the way, 4-2 apparently now. 4-2 apparently. If that.
This manager.
You know what I mean? 4-2.
The manager.
21 is coming. 21 is coming, bro.
There you go. Who do we start with, guys? Who do we start with? If people say, you know what, let's start with Højlund, innit? Because this is the problem, yeah. You know the amount of people that are coming up to me. Yo, boy, Xerxes, he's shit. And I'm like, hold on a minute. You do realize they both play for Man United, by the way. Do you know what I mean? So this little tick for tack. But I don't know how, people have got this idea that I'm pro Xerxes but against Højlund. Like when I was one of the people that was saying last season to a lot of people in the chat, everyone say, yo, it might not be but give him one more season to adapt to and you know what I mean? Give him time. He needs another year. Always strikers, they need around 18 months to settle in. But bro, let me tell you something, man. This brother, his touch is honestly, bro. I think it's worse than Lukaku's, bro. I'll be real. I think it might be worse than Lukaku's, guys.
You calling him the Danish Romelu? Is that what you're saying?
Nah,
right now he is because Lukaku.
Nah, real talk though. With Lukaku, yeah.
Are we really going to Romelu? He's Romelu without the goals.
Broski, the touch here.
Saying?
At least with Lukaku, he'd use his strength in the end and find a way. So his touch might be off, but it's somehow get the ball on back, you know what I mean? And then get the... Bro, Højlund's touch here is not good enough, guys, man. Every single touch here is way, way off. Like, his link-up play is barely visible. And right now, I can't lie to you, man. Shout out to Faz in the building. But right now, I don't know what we do with... Like, generally, people will say, okay, cool, United, you know, Xerxes ain't the guy. But then again, we can't lead with a guy that don't know how to lead. Like, you ain't going to get opportunities to run in behind all the time. You're going to have to link up play and do all of this. And come on, man. We need more. Are we going to get more, though, from Højlund? Like, is it down to coaching or is it down to really and truly, yo, you're just not having the core principles, the simple, you know?
You can get more. I think you can, but that more's not going to be good enough, so it doesn't really matter. You don't have enough.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not enough to his game. Like, Double A mentioned it when he spoke about Garnacho, like starting week in, week out and being heavily relied upon. That's Højlund. For all Højlund's limitations, there's no way he should be Manchester United starting number 9. There's no way you should be relied upon to score us goals week in, week out and spearhead the attack and link up play and do all of these things because you are not capable of it. We seen it last season. We seen it. We watched you go 0016 last season. We're watching your limitations technically, physically. Also as well, we're talking about Garnacho from a mentality standpoint. Because I've seen you at times, I'll always say it. The Arsenal game was a big eye-opener for me because I was there. Not making runs. Not making bad runs. Not offside 25, 26, 27 times a game or breaking records with that. You did nothing. And now it's getting to the point where you're on the ball, not releasing it in time, or your touch being off. Is like, what do you actually do? And this is not me saying Xerxes, not saying Xerxes the answer, because we need a striker. I said it all summer long. We need a striker. We need a striker in the summer. 110%, we need a striker in the summer. However, with Xerxes, he's not even started 5 games in a row for us yet. I'm at least going to give him a run to get a better sample size so I can give a better analysis. The same way I did with Højlund. I'll never write off a player straight. I'm with Double A. Only player I've ever wrote off before we signed was Mount because knew that was going to be awful. With Xerxes, I'm going to wait and see. Do I need to see more? Yes, but at least let him start, get a run of games. However, with Højlund, we've now watched him for a year and some change. We now have a big enough sample size to see what you are offering. Yes, in a poor team. Yes, the platform's not the best, but look at Diallo. If you have quality, it will show. You are giving me nothing to defend at this point. My fault's on it.
Yeah. I can defend them on one thing.
Go on.
Yeah, go on.
I think they've been massively both been misprofiled to whatever system we wanted to play.
What do you mean? What do you mean in that aspect?
So clearly they wanted a target man. They wanted Kane. They wanted a man to be up top that can hold it up and bring the forwards into play, because we clearly know, or we assume, the wide players were clearly told that they're the ones to shoot because that's what they do, and it's very little past the 9. I'm very sad for them both that they've come into this, and
I agree.
And we're seeing this, but I'm not surprised by it, Saeed. I'm not surprised this happens to strikers, because Manchester United as a club right now are a team where strikers go to die. They have game upon game with very little service and very little, your 9 is your focal point. You look at any club in the world, like Lewandowski, Kane. You look at the strikers, Vlahovic. You look at the strikers, Gyökeres. They're the ones they want them to score. They're the reason they're the number 9. They're the reason why they're the striker. It's about them scoring. It was always about the striker getting 30 goals, whatever it is. Manchester United, for some reason, we just don't want to do that. And that doesn't fly in the face of what we're seeing now. But I think a lot of it will be confidence, and I think Højlund now is in a vein of form where just nothing will go right for him, and the basics for me are eluding him. You can say that his basics are low anyway. That's fine, but I think when you look at the young player he was coming through and at Atalanta, the way he was played wider or given the ball to run or running behind, we don't do that for him. We don't even look to do that for him. And he makes some. I've started to see some good runs that he's making, but we just don't look for them ever. And until Amorim comes in, and I'm very happy to see what we can do. He was making a lot of the goals himself. It wasn't service that he was making. Look at them goals. He was making them goals himself. And I've seen Xerxes trying to do it. He had a shot in vain today at the edge of the box, which he's just trying to get a shot off because he's not.
He's trying to get a shot off. Yeah,
created for. So, yeah, we're flawless on that one. I'm very happy to wait and see what this manager can bring out of them. And there's some good videos. Again, James Alcott's done a video on how Amorim can make Højlund that 20+ goal striker, and it's worth a watch if you're interested to see what he potentially could do. But I was thinking about this before. Would I be happy for us, because apparently we're in for Gyökeres, would I be happy for them to both go with him and getting in 2 strikers that could better fit a profile? I think, yeah, you have to say you would off evidence now. But like you said, year 2 for Højlund, year 1 for Xerxes, I'm still happy to give them a little bit of time to see what we can do under this manager. If, like I said, if
they have to give you something, though.
If by April under this manager, both of them are still the exact same, then we're in an issue. We're in a real big problem. Yeah. And I know we've been linked with like Colin Mawani on loan. Don't do that. I don't think we need.
No, bro. We don't need Colin Mawani, mate.
Let's try and get the best out of these 2 before we start looking outside. Do you know what I mean? We need to see if we can get these 2 playing and scoring goals before we start looking at elsewhere. But it's a massive concern because they shouldn't be that bad. They're not that bad. They're not that bad a player. They look bad here because they're low on confidence, and like I just think missed profile for what we needed or what we wanted to do.
But even when he's had his confidence, though, I don't think he's had his good hold-up play. I can't lie to you.
No, I don't think that's his game, bro. That's the reason. It's not his game. So why are we asking him to do it? Let's play to his strength.
The thing, and that's the problem there that lies in itself. I think, Amorim just has to get them functioning. That's what I would say. Has to get them functioning just till the end of the season. Work with what you have, and then in the summer. Obviously, if you can in January, go get what you need. Go get what you need. However, once we get to the end of the season, that needs to be addressed. We need a striker. Even if they improve, let's say they both improve or one of them improve. Go and get another striker. We should not be going into 2025/26 with a Xerxes or Højlund leading the line. Something's gone wrong. Because I don't believe even improvement, they're good enough for where we're trying to go now. Maybe off the bench, maybe Amorim's system, we can get something more out of them, but we'll see. With Xerxes, I'm waiting to see. With Højlund, I don't think there's much. I don't see anything there. That's just me. Big up Faz as well, man.
Big up Faz, man. Big up Faz. There was a super chat for you before here, there, bro. He says, on your camera, says, if it takes Faz to get Garnacho to up his game, then we as fans should ask from our soft belly playing staff. I wonder Eric Ten Hag was doing Garnacho after his subpar games. The voice of the fans is underrated. Faz, how you doing, bro? Everything all good?
Listen, I'm alive. I can't complain. I went to Old Trafford.
How's the East Stand, by the way? How's the East Stand? Was it nice?
No problem, man. No problem.
Leslie, okay? How was she?
Everything's fine, man.
Yeah, Saeed's flown the nest, man. He's in the boxes now, man. He's flown the nest, man. He's not there with the regulars, man. Up there eating prawn sandwiches and that. You know what I'm saying?
Went to the concourse, got some snacks. Everything fine, man. I'm not a scratch on my face. Nobody done anything. Nobody came up to me. Nothing.
That's it, man. That's it,
but
man.
I came here specifically to address Double A because he said he was cynical and he said it was done for a viral moment. And I'd like to defend myself because it wasn't done for a viral moment. One, I haven't posted the video anywhere myself. I've not made any money from the video itself. You know, all the other content creators talking about it actually have done better and bigger numbers, right? People need to understand, and it's weird that I'm having to explain this. And the reason why I'm having to explain this is because I'm such a small content creator. Is because my content is different to everyone's. every single person that I go live from the stadium because of a reason. I do it live because there's more fans of Manchester United who are away from the stadium than near the stadium. That's the whole point. To make everybody understand and feel how it feels to be a match-going fan. Now, if you tell me, Faz did it for views, obviously I do my live for views, or else why do you make a vlog? Why the hell are everybody making content here? What, you want your friends and missuses to watch your content? You don't want Man United fans to watch your content, or football fans? The fuck are we doing here then? Obviously, I'm doing content so people subscribe to me and people tune into my stuff. And if double A you, knowing me, think I did for a viral moment, it tells me more than I need to know who the real people are who actually understand and know me.
But I
did not do it for a viral moment. It's the same thing I did.
I didn't say that was a bad thing. I didn't say that was a bad thing.
It's not about me. No, but you agreed with Saeed. You said it's cynical.
Hold on.
You said it is cynical.
No, I didn't say cynical. I never said the word cynical.
Yes, you agreed with Saeed. It's on live. When Saeed said it wasn't cynical, you said yes, it was.
I didn't say the word cynical. What I'm saying is, I never said it was a bad thing, because like you are right. You do content so people watch and you get views. I never said it was a bad thing. All I said was, in the way you said something, I wouldn't have done it. That's all I said, bro. You took it.
I can agree.
You took it like I'm criticizing, but nah, I'm not. But I stand by what I said.
It's very fair. It's very fair for people to say how they would have responded, because you are your own person, or how you would have said the message. You are your own person. Everybody is free to go to a game 5 hours early every match day and say the most positive things to the players. Why don't more people come? I don't understand. I've not trademarked the fact that I can go live from this Old Trafford. So why doesn't other people do it? And where are all the content creators now? Because I told a player to pass better, score a goal, and work on his first touch. The racial abuse I'm getting, where's everybody? So that if that deserves racial abuse, then I don't know what the hell we're doing.
And that's where, like, and I've said that on here, Faz. I've said that on mine, but I'm like, you don't deserve that. Like that's bang out of order.
How did I do it for a viral moment when I haven't put the video out myself? Someone clipped, and people know what clipping is.
Yeah, absolutely.
The hell?
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
The Dallo video that went viral, I got Dallo to say a message for fans abroad in that video, and they clipped that bit out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't understand. Everybody here wants to go viral, bro. So when Saeed is dancing outside Old Trafford like Ruud, is he trying to go viral? Did he do it to go viral?
Wait, did Saeed dance? I missed this one.
Well, it was a cheeky little 1-2 steps.
Wait, what? All right, we'll get to that later.
Imagine me having to film it. I was starting to film it.
Yeah, he was the one filming.
Hand down and back up, yeah.
And the next time I go live from the stadium, which will be Bodo Glimt game, because I will go live every game. I don't give a damn. And next time I will take on board what all of these people have said and say, okay, maybe next time I'll give my message differently. That's all I'll do.
That's all. Yeah. Don't change who you are, man. You know what I mean? Just
be you first. Be you.
I think Double A will never say to you, "Don't be you." You know what I mean?
This is the thing. I don't know whatever I've said. You've taken the wrong way. It was never in criticism of you, because you're someone that I'm not. And people, I rate you as a creator. I like what you do. I like your boldness. I like how forward thinking you are, and I like that you're true to yourself forever. So don't ever think I was criticizing you. All I can do when this is brought up is see it from my perspective, how I would deal in certain situations, because we're different people. We're not the same. So all I'm saying is I wouldn't have done it that way. That's all I was saying. And
the maddest thing is everybody had a piece to say about it because I abused a player apparently.
I wouldn't say it was abuse. It wasn't abuse. It was never abuse.
That's all it is. That's all. Everybody had a piece to say because Faz abused a player or said something that was in line of something that nobody else would say. Well, guess what? I had the fucking balls to say it. That's what the fuck it is. If I say something on camera, I will say it to a player's face and anybody else's face. And that goes with the guy who came on Saeed's show, Abs, as well. Because there's tweets of him saying players are shit. And then on Saeed's life, he's saying, well, if you say players are shit, you should be able to say it on someone's face. I'm sure he'll meet footballers, but he'll never say it. But I'm not that type of person.
Well, for me, Faz, is a difference though, because I know you will say it, but when you look at it, do you need to say it? That's what I'm looking at.
Listen, they're 100% right. I don't need to say anything really. I could just make content like Angry Ginge makes content and work with the club. I could have done it when I was on United stand when they told me to tone it down 2 months before they let me go. I could have done it, but no. You know what? I like being myself, which is just being honest and straight up. But
could you say it? Could you have said it in a different way? Could you said it?
Of course, I could have. Of course, I could have.
Still been yourself. You look back at it now. Do you look back at it now and think maybe if I'd approached it from a different angle, that Garnacho wouldn't have got his back up, and then it doesn't go the way it's gone. I'm not saying don't be yourself, but these ways I get myself in trouble with my mouth
100%. That is what I'm
telling you. So that's the way I look at it in a journalistic 100%. Point of view, as a presenter and a creator kind of way. I think if I'm in that position, how am I looking at it? How am I angling it to speak to him and say certain things? So that's the only reason. I love that you say what you got to say, and from here to here, there's very little filter when it comes out. It's amazing to do that because you're truthful, you speak from the heart, and you convey a message that's on your head and in your heart. Brilliant. My only thing is the fact that you stand up for yourself and say, if I say it on mic, I say it on camera, I'll say it to the face. My only thing is, do you need to do that?
Ian Wright. Remember, I don't know if you see Ian Wright here, but I called that Rashford in the Manchester derby. You remember? I don't know if you guys seen that, yeah. And I said to him that he was terrible, man, and I thought he was pathetic in the derby. Like, I called him pathetic after the game.
But you said that was on camera, right? That you stated that.
It was on camera, yeah.
I remember that. You're right. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with that.
Goes, if someone told you you're pathetic at your job, I said, yeah. Many people tell me that.
People do. 100%. People do.
Because he got cussed out by a lot of the comments. They were like, "Yo, he has
the Saeed Army, yeah." It was the Saeed Army there.
They just said Saeed, he has to be right.
Saeed soldiers, man. I see you, man.
We're losing. We lost 3-0 in a derby. The guy was strolling around. I didn't be right to call him out. It was a pathetic performance.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And he ain't been any better since. I mean, today, again, bro, like, I can't lie to you, bro. Like, what is his purpose in this United team? Like, generally, Rashford, like, what is his purpose, bro?
Keep Garnacho on the bench.
Bro, he ain't going to get benched, though, is he?
Nah, it's between those two. I'm saying, like, because they're both, like, our left wing is just that bad. It's to the point where it don't matter who plays there. Whether it's Rashford, whether it's Garnacho, because you know who the option is after those two, Anthony. So it don't matter.
Why?
That's literally where we're at. It doesn't matter who plays. It don't matter. Like, I was like, yeah, Garnacho needs to be dropped. Then you have to remember Rashford's going to start, and then you see him today, and it's like, how can you not criticize that? What is there to praise? We were just talking about Højlund. What is there to praise with Rashford's performance today? Like you mentioned, Ian Wright saying what he said to you. You were saying something no different to probably the entire United state, everyone in the stadium, and fans all across the globe. It's because you have a platform is the issue. You had one subscriber and had one view, it wouldn't have been a problem. But because it had no notoriety and it got the numbers it did, that in there lies the issue.
I'm not even begging to be viral because on the same live, someone was racist to me on my live, bro.
Yeah, that's fuckery. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen, Faz.
But I didn't clip it up. If I was wanting to go viral and expose that person on camera, because I put that camera on that person's face, the people who watch my content know, bro, I didn't put it up.
Faz, trust me. We know you're not trying to go viral because you can go viral comfortably. You've done it multiple times. 100%. Just all you have to do is start your live with a plate of biryani and you're going viral, mate. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about? You don't need. Trust me. You don't need to do anything to go viral. We know that. Trust. I hope this is fair.
Another thing. Sorry, bro. Just quick. Another thing you don't have to do, Faz, is explain yourself, mate. You did what you did, and that's it, bro. Like, listen. I know you right enough, and I know there was no ill intent. You didn't do it to hurt his feelings. Bro, that's enough, bro. And listen, these top reds and all this nonsense, yeah, it's just part of the, it's part and parcel of the game, mate. And I think, listen, it'll blow over, and everything will blow over, man. That it's a storm in a teacup, bro. And listen, you've got enough people around you. You need to message or anything like that. we're here for you, bro. And what you're going through to the level it is.
I'm not going through nothing. I'm going
no.
through
But what I'm saying, the treatment you're receiving.
I'm going through international break, which is boring. I want to get Ruben Amorim in. And see if he can freaking win some trophies, man. And have some fun, bro.
Man. 4-2, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I want to see. But yeah, listen, I'll let you guys catch up with your thing. I'm gonna watch the show. Make sure everyone like the video as always. Subscribe to the channels as always, and big up everyone as always. Yeah, peace, love.
Always, bro. Big up to you, man. Big up to Faz each and every time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, let's get back to Rashford, man, because boy, we need to talk. And by the way, for some reason, L'Equipe have just linked us with the Nkunku. Don't know where that's come from, but
no, thank you. No thanks.
No thanks.
International break started. No, don't go and get it.
Yeah, nah, not for me.
I've not seen.
Scores 2 goals against Bible FC, yeah, and then all of a sudden he's like,
"You want him?"
No thanks. I'm all right. The wages he's on, and he's barely ever. He can't stay fit. I'm all right.
Boy, chat in the chat. Would you take Nkunku? Yes or no? Guys in the chat, would you take it?
Actually, you know what? I'm with Amorim. If Amorim says, "Yo, he fits my system," go get him. Let me change my stance on that. Actually,
this is it.
Unless it's a Mason Mount type signing. If the manager goes, exactly. It depends on the like I said. Would I prefer someone else to an Nkunku? Yeah, from what I've seen. However, but if Amorim says go and if he's co-signing it, I'm with Ruben.
But you know what? He don't even have the veto now, so he may just be given to him and say work with it.
I think he'll have a say though. I think like he'll have
but not like
in what goes on. No, it won't be like Ten Hag. What I'm saying is they'll have like for instance, we'll start signing wing backs. That's only because of him. Yeah. Is my point I'm making. Yeah. Otherwise, we'd be looking at fullbacks. We're only going to sign wing backs now because of him, type of thing, or inside tens.
He's not even a proper out and out 9. So I don't. Why would we? He's going to play.
But he can play that system with 3-4-3. The guys, the 2 10s that are tucked in.
Bro, but we're playing that role. We are stacked there though. We've got.
No, but because Ante's going to leave in January. I think for me, I reckon Ante will leave in January.
We're not stacked anyway.
And also,
we're stacked in terms of quantity, quality, no.
I mean,
players down here right now.
He's still stacked. And Mason Mount, we're not going to be able to get rid of. Bruno, we're not going to be able to get rid of. Then we've got, I think, Mainoo's going to be there. Rashford is going to be there. There's too many players to add Nkunku into that. Yeah, Nkunku into Nkunku. Who's that? Nkunku into that is just madness, bro. So for me, no, I just pass on that straight away. I think that's probably a weak link anyway. To be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, but Rashford, bro, what more can be said? You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at right now. Is that what more can be said about Rashford? Because right now, it's like he's lost that yard of pace. You see that little dribble that he tried to do on that left side? That one there was like a reality of, man don't have it anymore, bro. He don't have that in his locker anymore. Like, that was one of them where, you might have to be a striker. Like, Rance might be right, like, as much as I believe he's not a striker, I don't think he's suited to that. In this Ruben Amorim system, he might be our number 9. If I'm being honest with you,
he might have to. He's gonna have to because there's gonna be no wingers. So there's only 3 places for him, which is striker, one of the 10s, or right wing back. Do I think he's a wing back? No. Do I think he's one of the inside 10s? No. So striker maybe at a push. However, if we are doing what we are supposed to do in the summer and going forward, he will not be He will be a bench player, which then leads the next route after that. If you don't improve your game, which I don't think he will, is out of the door. We do understand. That's a lot of these players, especially because one thing I'm over the moon about with Amorim is no more wingers. We don't have to see no more wing play because our wingers are terrible. Outside of Diallo, we have probably on paper, pound for pound, probably the worst wingers in the league. They're awful outside of Diallo.
Easy.
They're awful. Like when you genuinely look at our wingers, take Diallo out of it, you have Garnacho, Anthony, Rashford, Mounts played wing. Is there a worse quartet, people? If there's a worse quartet in the league, let me know, people. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Genuinely, is there a worse trio or quartet than that? So with that, I put him in that bracket. Rashford, I think that's it, to be honest.
I think someone asked me this week, do I think it's best for him for him to move. I just think it's coming to the end game now because I don't think he's happy at the club. This is my opinion. I don't know. I don't know him, so I can't say. But again, last season, in terms of posture, the way his face when he was playing at Old Trafford, didn't look happy. I see a lot similar now, and I'll always. This is rightly or wrongly, I'll always stand by him because he's a Manchester lad living the dream that we are all us three for sure wanted to do. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
So I back him for that because he's doing what I always wanted to do, and to have a Manchester lad play well for Manchester United is what we all want. We're very much in love with the class of '92, although Beckham wasn't a Mancunian. So it's ingrained in us that we want the youth to do well, and to be, he's coming into his peak now, you would say, and to be going into a second season where he's not playing well at all, but continually will play, is worrying. It just worries me more than anything. I think that he's struggling to find any sort of form, and I think people start the season, or it's the start of the season, but this season have been clinging on to any sort of half decent performance that he has, if it's an assist or a goal. And if you look, when's the last time you saw Marcus Rashford have a good 90 minutes? When did the last time you saw him have a good 75 minutes?
But he can't even do. He can't, but I'm sorry to cut you off, but he can't do
give us a half.
I mean, I said that he hasn't completed 90 minutes. I think he's only completed once or twice. Like, he got the capabilities of completing 90 minutes anymore.
Yeah.
Give us a good 45. Give us a good half an hour performance in the game. I'm being genuinely honest. Double A was being kind when he said 90 to 75 minutes, which I can't remember the last time. When's the last time you could say, "Oh, that half"? Rashford, best player on the pitch.
Do you know what?
Probably Portal game. I think Portal 45.
He got dragged off, bro. He got dragged off
by this dumbass manager. You know what I mean?
Once in the past 18 months.
Yeah. So, listen, I'd love Marcus Rashford. And I know I've been very, very critical of him. And a lot of that is born out of frustration. And I think sometimes you go too far in some things you say, and you look back. And this week, I'll be honest with you, with the two things that's happened with people we know, made me really sit back and start to think, this fan base can be proper negative and can be proper toxic. Whichever way you look, I'm not saying those two instances were or not, but I just think sometimes we forget that we actually support the club, and we're just so concerned and intent on picking apart players and picking apart performances and managers and what's going wrong at the club. Sometimes you just want to think, I support the club and I want the best for them, and I think that's where it all derives. Sometimes it goes too far, sometimes it doesn't. But going back to that question I was asked, do I think it's probably best for him to leave? I think for Manchester United and probably Rashford, I think it may be coming to the time that it maybe is the best time for him to go and get, see pastures new, go and try something different, a different league, a different country, for his own career and his own, headspace, his own mental health to do that. And listen, United will always move on regardless of the player, whoever it is. That's what football clubs have to do. But to keep him here because he's from Manchester, because he wears the number 10, because he comes from the academy, are we holding him back? Are we now the facilitators in allowing this poor period of form to continue? You have to look at that. The whole Sancho thing, the whole Greenwood thing. I think the club is starting to run the risk of really allowing young players and players to fester and become worse and worse, and we just need to do the best for ourselves and for them. And I think at the end of the season, maybe Marcus Rashford and the club need to sit down and figure out what's best. If that's part of the ways, then so be it, I think.
Yeah. Big up to Jason Hanna, says member for 4 months. Big up to you, bro. Says, I don't want to criticize Rashford anymore. The guy just looks like he hates life. There's definitely something going on with him. But you know what though? Like when you actually look at him, he's still like in and around the team, still laughing in training and that, and et cetera. But maybe the motivation just ain't there to kind of be
he
like.
certainly look happier since Ten Hag's left, but that's everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He certainly look happier since.
You know what I mean?
But the thing for me is like, and I understand Manchester United at the moment isn't that happy place, but I think you can just tell when players are happy, when they look like they're enjoying the football. And none of us have been enjoying Manchester United, but I think he's in such a privileged position. I think, and your career goes like that so quick. Just enjoy every moment. And like I said, I'll stand on it. I've been very, very, very critical of him. But if he was to be our leading goal scorer again for 2-3 seasons, and that's my biggest criticism of him is the consistency and or lack there, rather than, you know, if you could do that for 2-3 seasons, we've got a very, very, very good player. I just don't believe that he probably can, and therefore we need to look at a decision to make. And it's all right doing it smiling in training. It's all right smiling when you're warming up, but you need to be doing it when you're on the pitch. And you can tell, like, you know, we all love Ronaldinho, because no matter if Barca were losing, Barca were winning, he was smiling because he enjoyed playing the game. And I think if we only had so many more players that do that and didn't see it as a job, or didn't see it as a chore, or didn't let outside factors influence them when they're on the pitch, I think the game would be a better place for it.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think it's one of them where I'm looking at next year, Cunha. I don't know if you guys watched him, but he was excellent for me, man. You know what I mean?
Love him, man. I'd love him. We should have got him instead of Xerxes or something, mate.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
We should have got him. Yeah,
trust me, bro. Like, they're the ones that we could need to go and get. We need to refresh this whole attack, man. I'll be real with you, man. And he's inside 10. Yes, Armand's there, but I think it needs refreshing. Let's see what the manager could do with these players until the end of the season. But boy, like
summertime, he just needs to make it improve us. That's what I'm aiming for him to do. We've scored what? How many goals? We scored 11 goals now in the league, is it? 11? 12. So we've scored 12. So he's got 27 games left. So if we score 2 goals a game, average 2 goals a game is 54. So you add that onto what we've already scored. That's what, 66 goals. That's a solid return and an improvement. Now, of course, that's nowhere near good enough going forward. But do I think Amorim can make this attack that score to average 2 goals per game? Yes. 110%. This attack and his system. If he's as good as we think he is, and his system is, even with these attackers, we can average 2 goals a game, which isn't great, by the way, people. Averaging 2 goals a game is nothing fantastic. Let me just clarify that. Crazy. However, for us, in our current predicament, considering we ain't cracked 60 in 2 years and have only scored 70 plus once in the last 10 years, and I can't remember the last time we scored 70 plus with a crowd, because that was the COVID season, so it's probably over 10 years. Get us to 60, get us around that figure, and then we go from there, and then we do need to reinvest. If we don't sign a striker at 10 and 2 wing-backs in the summer, I'll be very, very disappointed. Defensively, I actually don't think we're that bad in terms. I think it's okay for another season. The same way we went defensive in regards to signing Agate, Mazarari, De Ligt, Yoro. Cool. Now, 2025, this summer, 2025, do that, but the other end of the pitch. Go and invest in the offensive players who are going to help. And then you add in a Diallo to that, then it works.
And a Fiat Mundo in the front, you know what I'm saying? Or just
what are you saying? You're saying we got a Ferrari with a Fiat engine?
Yeah, basically.
Is that what you're saying?
You know what I mean, bro?
And until you drive it.
Until you drive that, bro.
No engine in there at all. I think for us, I think Manchester United fans can only win in this situation, because I think we're yet to see it, but we have to believe that Amorim's took the job on the condition that he does it his way, because that's the reason you believe he didn't take the Liverpool job, because they didn't want to switch to the 3-4-3. So I truly believe there's several players here on their last chance at Manchester United, because it's either they get it right now and start to perform, or they're very likely gone in the next. I want to say in the summer. I assume not everyone can go, so it could be a couple of summers. But I think it's a case of, you know, get in line, or you're going to have to go, and it's going to be about performing in this, and not on reputation, and not on name, and not on, you know, your postcode or where you were born and stuff like that. So I'm very much looking forward to Amorim coming in and changing everything, and there being some accountability for your performances, and not just your attitude, and yes, training. That, you know, yes, you should be performing in training to get in the team, and not just because you're here and you're on the biggest wage, or you're the captain, or whatever reason it might be. So I'm very excited for Amorim to come in and start to change all of that. And I think a lot of these players should be very worried, because if they can't pick up the performances and raise their level and their standard of what their output is week by week, then first they'll probably be out of the team. Second, they're going to be out of the club, and for some of them, they possibly deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, man. I think for me, Dalot today was just tired. I can't lie to you, Jason. Dalot was just he was getting cooked by that left winger. To be fair, that winger's quite good.
Fatou, he's crazy.
How old is he?
He's young. I mean, he's like
he had him on. Hey, he had him. That was barbecue. Yeah, that was barbecue chicken alert out there, man. That's what that was.
Good management from the manager, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean.
Put Mazraoui out there. Yeah, Mazraoui locked him up.
He was just knackered, bro. Because he's been playing game after game after game, bro. You know what I mean? Has Alvaro Fernandez scored right now as well? Right, what's going on tonight, man? McTominay scored. Alvaro Fernandez scored. Bearman scoring, man, today, man. What's going on?
The figures with Dalot, like again, he's a case similar to Garnacho, just overplayed. And when your two left backs can't stay fit, you have to play every game because you got no other fullbacks to play. I think it needs a rest, and I think again, a player that's improved a lot. It may be some words last season, I think, and I was excited to see him potentially progress even further, especially with the challenge of Mazraoui beside him, obviously. But the fact that we had no left back speaks massive volumes on why that probably hasn't happened, and he's not been able to have a break. But I think Dalot will be fine. I just think he needs a break. But yeah, Fatou, what a player he is. I've seen him that game against Southampton. He come on when they were losing, and he assisted or was involved in every single goal. 20 years old, fantastic player, so fast. And I was saying that we needed to put Mazraoui on the right because I thought he would have tied him up a little bit better and not give him so much space, because Dalot was having an absolute nightmare in that half against him. He had him on toes. And again, how Manchester United not catching players like that? Like the wing road, mate, he would be unbelievable.
Where did they sign him from, guys? Let me know in the chat, guys. You know what I mean? Conor Hoglu missed the penalty. Damn, that's a big blow for them. They needed to win that game, man. They needed to win that game. Barcelona losing to Ruben Sporting Real Sociedad as well. That's crazy as well. Real Sociedad have been poor this year as well.
What's the score?
1-0 Real Sociedad.
Oh, okay.
59 minutes played. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Fatou come from Sporting as well,
Is he?
Yeah, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, bro.
Look at Saeed, he's already putting it together.
Second half of the season, we're doing a title charge.
Jeez. Mad. It's crazy. He came from Sporting, Like, Jenna, did he actually come from Sporting?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Played for Sporting.
I'm looking at
he played 6 games for the first team, and he played for the B team as well, and then obviously he's gone on loan to
Leicester.
That's crazy, man. Yo,
Leicester signed him.
I was like, he's come from there? That's mad.
Saeed already putting it together in his head.
Yeah, I'm just saying, that's crazy, bro.
Bear in mind, I think he's
Sporting. Because you know what? I could see him more as a wing back, to be honest with you. And if you play him with that other brother as well, and then you got, it's options, man. You got a scouting network, Leicester, they might get relegated. Little cheap thing down there. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, bro, you just never know, man.
I don't think it'll be a cheap thing, though.
Yeah. By the way, we're lucky they didn't play Vardy today, by the way, because, boy, that shit attacker, bro, he's dead food, man. What's his name? Ghanaian brother, man.
Oh, yeah, Ayu's been poor, man. That was terrible, man.
Bro, how he's still playing. Terrible. I'm sure he's
like 32. Let's be having you, mate. He would have caused. It would have been a whole lot of different games.
Yeah, it would have been, but that's on Deleta Martinez to do the business.
Yeah,
and with Dalot's form, that people are talking about, we have this conversation about him regular. He should be a squad player at best. Does he have his uses? Yes. Should he be playing week in, week out? No, because he's not good enough. However, is he a functional player who can be a useful asset? Yeah, can play right back, can play left back, left wing back, right wing back. Fine. Can do a job defensively, even though he got out today. Defensively is all right. Offensively, not the best, but technically good enough on the ball and build up to the point. He's not a liability. But that's what it is with Dalot. I think people are expecting, if you're expecting more, sorry to say, I don't think there is anymore. I think this is just him. He's just a steady Eddie.
Steady Eddie. Yep.
Decent
there
player.
You go. Huh? Sorry, man, but he's shit. You know what I mean? You might score odd couple of games against Southampton, but he's shit.
I just said, be pissed off. I don't care, bro. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Be pissed off.
He's not good.
We got really on that, man. Appreciate the donations today, my friend. He said, do you guys reckon there's a chance that Ruben Amorim has seen us raise performance levels and decides to continue with his 4-2-3-1 shape instead of completely implementing a new shape mid-season? I was talking with Marcel today, you know. Like, would you want to see him implement that straight away or ease into that?
Implement it straight away. If he gets here and he plays 4-2-3-1, my head will fall.
What if we keep winning though? What if we win?
My head will fall. So then what's the plan then? Okay, so let's say hypothetically he sticks with 4-2-3-1. Let's say he does that. He sticks, even though that's not what we got him for.
Keep winning,
and we keep winning and we're successful. Then what do we do in the summer?
Then it's easier to then maybe kind of merge into the 3-4-3 while you got a pre-season.
But then the issue then the issue then lies then. You've wasted all that time because you don't know who can play your role to any extent. Now you don't know who can play wing back. This is for you to find. This whole thing is it's like a test run to find out who can play my system to any form of level, whether that's average, above average,
make sure
good,
the fans know that if you don't go well, if it doesn't go well,
I keep saying all this. Fuck the fans, including myself. You are hired to do your job.
If the 3-4-3 isn't successful because it's a shock to the system and the players can't adapt to it, then none of us
can't adapt. Yeah,
fans have to be patient.
The fans won't be, but that's the fans for you. Fuck the fans. They wanted this terrorist still in charge that just left. Some of these fans backed Ollie, even though we got packed 5-0 on our home patch and sang his name. I keep saying this. Fuck the fans, including myself. How about you do your job? You are paid. That's where I'm at with it. From the club perspective, if you lot do what you're supposed to do, guess what? 99.9% of us will be happy because we'll be successful. Tuchel did it. Tuchel came into a terrible Chelsea side and played a back three and helped them win the Champions League.
Yeah, mate.
None of this catering to the players and all this. Play your system. We hired you to play the way you play. Don't come here and play 4-2-3-1. Play a back three.
If Amorim's as good as the reason why we've got him out of Sporting early, then he comes in and does it his way from day one. He's not here to take he's not here to buckle. Oh, you can only play 4-2-3-1, guys. Okay, let's do. No, listen, we're doing it this way. If you can't do it, don't be here. I'll find players that can do it. I'll get kids from the youth. We'll find players that can do this, that have the mental capacity and IQ to take on what I am saying and do the message and the instructions that we need. It's simple as that. You can't come here and start doing what's previously not worked. Do it the way you have to do it. So I agree with you, mate. Fuck the fans and Amorim come in and do what you want. Like I said before, he didn't take the Liverpool job because he won't play the back three. He's clearly come to United because they're happy to play the back three. Simple as that.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it, man. Rule with an iron fist.
So only way
this is all we want, people, because then people will then on the flip side, not you, Saeed, then complain about player power. That's the craziest part. People will then complain about player. That is player power. Player back free.
Talk to them, brother.
Same way if you played a Christmas tree formation. Hey, guess what? Come play the Christmas tree formation or 4-4-2 diamond.
Team, you know the formation, man. It was a 4-4-2, man. You know.
There we go, man. With the two lines. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you play that way. This is why we hired you.
I couldn't even bring on Leon, man. I couldn't bring Leon in, man. Is there more? Can StreamYard take more than 10 people, by the way? Is it just 10 only?
I hope so. You have 11 people on the thumbnail side, so I don't know what.
Nah, I think it's 10. I think it's 10 including you, so I think you can get 11 on. I think you can.
I couldn't get 10 Leon on last time.
Oh, because you're not. All right, so it's 10 in total. So yeah, like that's what it is. We hired you to do us like a certain role. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're a label. We signed you as an artist as you are. Don't join the label and then start making different music.
Real talk.
Don't start using auto-tune now, man. We signed you because you from. Yeah, I'm saying you are a hardcore street rapper. Like don't come here and start. Yeah.
Signing Leonardo da Vinci, then he starts doing pottery. No, we didn't want you for that. Yeah, we didn't sign you for
this. You know what I'm saying? It's like signing Eminem when he starts being all politically correct. Whoa. We did not sign you for that. What is going on?
No.
What is going on? Nah, man, we knew what we was getting. Be you. So that's where I'm at with Amorim.
Nah, hear that, man. Looking at the Premier League table right now, we are now 13th in the league. but we are only 4 points behind Arsenal. And 4 points behind top 3, basically. Which is
We that close to the top. Jesus.
Sorry?
I said I can't believe we're that close to the top.
Yeah, boy. It's crazy.
Not the top, but like top.
Forest are top 6. Arsenal as well. You know what I mean? Next. So someone's going to drop points there. Brighton are going to play Bournemouth, so someone's going to drop points there. Fulham play Wolves there. That's another game there. So, bro, and these ones here, Tottenham, I'm going to be cooking them in a bit. You know what I mean? Because I feel like for me, they got beat by the team at Ipswich. They got Man City next.
Don't cook too much, mate. Because they're our next game at their place as well. So I won't cook too much, bro.
No, it's not. We don't play them until December.
No. Ipswich is our next game.
Oh no, it's not Ipswich. It's just Tottenham. I'm going to be cooking.
That's what I'm saying. But don't cook them too much because we've got them next at their place.
Not bomb that, man. Because we're beating Ipswich. Ruben Amorim, man.
No,
you're not listening.
Yeah.
Second half of the season, we're doing a title charge.
People obviously
don't need to worry about that, bro.
People obviously asking in the chat.
Hear what Saeed just said to you. Don't need to worry about that, bro.
Bro, this guy.
3 points is, bro. Come on, man.
Say,
Saeed is dreaming of a Snow White Christmas, man, and all the presents. You know what I'm saying? That's
we know
Saeed's face.
We know he likes things with snow, don't we? So
that is very, very true. Hey, we see, yeah. You do like snow. No, you love the snow, mate. You know what I'm saying? You love the snow. Someone call you the. You know what I'm saying? Someone call you the hunter of snow. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've been told. Yeah, facts, man. You know what I'm saying? You like the snow, man, with a nice glass of milk. That's what I've been told. You know what I'm saying?
The problem with the snow is you get ice after, then it becomes a bit.
You get icy in that.
Yeah, you get icy.
You
gotta keep them heated up. So it stays, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but then you get the aftermath and it's not great. The aftermath of the snow is not great, though, is it? Let's be honest, man.
It melts,
that's the problem.
It melts and it goes away.
And it's just
once you heat it up, the snow, it melts away. Yeah, we know.
You see them, bro. Come on, man. It's not great, man.
Yeah, we know.
Snow's not great. I think snow's overrated.
Well, you say snow's not great, but you seem to love it a lot. So
it's overrated.
You're a big
overrated.
Maybe once a year and maybe a little bit, not too
a little bit of dibble dabble in the snow. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Depending on location,
not too high, not too high as well. You know what I mean? Keep it low, and that's it.
Do you like snow around? Do you like snow around Easter and that?
No, that don't make sense because you know what I'm saying.
No, just because
Easter's got to be. You got to be careful with the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Season has to make sense. You know what I'm there.
So, like, for you, is your favorite season with the snow like winter?
Yeah, it has to be winter.
Winter, man. When you inside and indoors with the good snow.
Indoors, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
The good milk.
It's yeah. Then you know what I mean? We chilling.
Do you like going out and making snow angels and that those sides? You know, like really get involved.
Snow angels.
You don't know what a snow angel is?
No.
That's when you lie down and you make the what's it called? You move your arms.
No. That's. Man, we don't do the we don't do all of that gimmick.
Saeed Christmas markets with the snowman. That's what it is.
Yeah, the Christmas markets. You know what I mean? Dabbling a little, whatever.
The hot chocolate
over there.
You know what I'm saying? 2% milk.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. But anyway, that's your latest segment on the milk. You know what I mean?
That's the latest.
Smile tears milk. You know the
people asking in the chat. I just want to say, I went to the Chelsea game with Andy. Andy's doing very well, by the way, people. So
shout out to Andy.
He's doing good. He was in high spirits. First time I've watched the game with him, very entertaining, I have to say. So yeah, man. Anyone that's wondering, he's doing well. But yeah, back to the snow chat. Why not?
No, the snow chat's done, man. You know what I'm saying? No,
that concludes the milk segment. You know what I'm saying?
Milk break now over. Get back.
Milk break. The milk moment. You know what I'm saying? There we go. That's it, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying to you. But this is what shows you, man. We're not talking about 10 haram anymore. It's crazy, bro. Now the actual MUFC Unfiltered podcast is now in effect now. It's back to its... Because remember, like, why the MUFC Unfiltered podcast became popular because it was unfiltered. You know what I mean? Yeah. We were just talking about everything and everything. You know what I mean? But because Ten Hag took too much out of our time, we lost ourselves. We lost what the podcast meant. We were talking about things that should never been talked about, like
yo, like this MUFC podcast is different to any other. You know what I mean? This is different. It's unfiltered, and it's different on a Sunday night. You know, but we went away from our roots, man. We went away from that. That should never happen, guys.
If you don't notice, we've had smiles on our faces the whole podcast. When's the last time that genuinely happened?
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's it, man.
It's
That's
different.
it.
The feeling's different. The vibe is different. We're different.
Vibe is different, man. And I hope it continues. And I can just chill for 2 weeks. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't really want football in this 2 weeks. I'd rather just have it off. Ready.
Do you remember the last international break? We was desperate for it to come. Now, but I actually don't want it to be here, bro. I'm looking forward. I want this Ipswich game to come so quick. Like,
we're the last one on Sunday.
A couple of weeks can change.
We're the last game on Sunday.
Are we that last game? I thought we was 2 p.m. Are we half 4?
No, 4:30.
Are we?
We've got to wait even longer.
Okay, yeah, man. Main event settings for Amorim, yeah. Let me double check.
Brother.
Yeah.
Before us.
And then we play next Sunday after that. I think 1:30 is it?
Look.
When do we play Everton?
We had a 4:30, and then the Everton game that's the early kick where the 1:30 Liverpool City. It's the 1st of December, you know.
Oh,
speaking of snow, Christmas around the corner.
Why do they put us like just before the big game, man? I've got to rush back home and get, you know what I'm saying?
It's Liverpool City, that's why.
Because they do it to piss you off. Saeed. That's what I've heard. Like, you just do it to piss you off. Mate.
It's what it is, man. But we get our job done, then you know what I mean. Nobody's got to worry about, you know what I mean. So
about them two scrubs afterwards. Yeah. Liverpool City. Yeah. Scrubs.
And then we got Arsenal after that, and then we got Forest, tough. I think December's we're gonna find out who we are really.
Definitely.
Man City, boy, tough one. 4:30 kickoff on a Sunday. They've got Brentford after that, you know. And that's weird. That's weird. They're crazy, aren't they, man?
Brentford, who's crazy?
If Sunday the 15th of December, yeah, they've got United and City at 4:30 kickoff. But then after that, they said, yeah, you can have more football if you want. You can have Chelsea versus Brentford, and you can have Southampton versus Tottenham on a Sunday night.
Man, Scrubs gotta get shine too. Not like in basketball, like when the game's over and they just throw in the scrub players. That's what it is. You see Chelsea. Who else? Like who else was there? Fulham, Bournemouth, West Ham. Yeah, man. Someone gotta give him some TV time, man.
I hear it. Say no more. But anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. Flawless, you got a show right now, haven't you?
Yeah. Q&A from. That's what I was saying.
Okay, Q&A. Okay, I'm going to redirect to that, man. Let them know what you're coming up on that show.
Yeah,
bro.
people. So, first and foremost, big up for having me, Saeed. Appreciate it.
Always,
much appreciated. Shouts to Double A. Always enjoy the show. I'm glad that we're actually doing this in joy. You know what I'm saying? See how much better the mood is. You know what I'm saying? This is the first game like we've won in the Premier League since Ten Hag has left. Here the joy. So everyone's like, oh, you lot are always negative. No, we just want what's best for the team. Rival Tears like Double A. Shout out to Rival Tears as well. Doing great work. But yeah, what I got coming up, sports Q&A. So we'll be discussing mainly the Chelsea-Arsenal game, amongst other things. And then the Yardman show after that, Premier League podcast. So you know that's going to be great. And then after that, United-Liverpool podcast, Barbados edition with Bayesian Reds. Shout out to Barnes and Pop. So yeah, stack night, I should say, or actually whatever time zone you're in with content on Sarcasm City TV. But big up Saeed, for having me on the show. I appreciate it for true.
Absolutely, man. And obviously, man like Double A, big up to you, bro. Always love.
Yeah, man. Big up to you, Saeed. I've got everything I want there today, but then I saw the rain. I took the shine off it a little bit. But glad to be going back. First game, Amorim. Do you know what I mean? Going to be good. Big up to Flawless, my hype man, every single time. Big up the best chat on YouTube. Obviously, myself, FC88 is where I live. Videos coming, still going to games. Some good stuff coming. Yeah, so just check me out. Go and watch some of the videos. I need to put this video out. I've got one asking which 3 players Amorim will get the best out of when he comes. So I'll probably throw that up next week. Some good opinions on that one. So yeah, go and check it out. FC, the word double, because people get confused. FC, the word double, and then A. Still not at 1,000 subscribers, guys.
Come on, guys, man.
Do your help there a little bit.
Guys, come on. Subscribe to FC AA people, man. Literally, people. We're not
anyone that shows us some love. And it's been a good show. Good to be back here, feeling good, feeling happy. But yeah, man, we're just looking forward to Amorim now, innit? Do you know what I mean? That's the best thing now.
Yeah.
I've just done it as well. But yeah, big up.
Yeah, shout out to Abdi on Rahman as well. Yeah, absolutely. Guys, head over there. I'm going to be doing a video now. I'm going to cook Tobes because he's been chatting shit in it. So look out for the video in about 20 minutes time. Toby, you're getting cooked. Tottenham, you're getting cooked.
coming for you.
No, I've had enough. Because if these guys just get let off, United is all. Nah, man.
Bro, it's Tottenham.
But that's what I'm gonna do.
It's Tottenham.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's Tottenham.
That's what I'm saying.
Bottlers, innit? Guys, flawless raid. Check him. Take care.